And my name is Dick Williams. I'm a retired university professor, and I first knew Martin Luther King Jr. When we were both in graduate school together. I was taking a master's in divinity at Boston University, and he was doing a doctorate in theology there.
I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today.
The strength is who he was and the depth of who he was, and you couldn't miss it. Intellectual depth, understanding, and an unusual way of connecting with people on a personal level. But he and I and a rather large group of people there would gather together and sit down in his apartment and read out of Gandhi. It wasn't his personality particularly. He was a very unassuming person. It was what he led us to in terms of pointing out certain things in the readings and saying things that Gandhi said. Well, he was a very modest fellow, unassuming. I mean, for that reason, there was no inkling that he would, on his part or ours, that he would be such a central figure later on. I just remember sitting in his apartment, and by the way, in those days, even in Boston, he had to have an apartment way off in the hinterland, and there were a lot of apartments for faculty and for graduate students right in the environs of Boston University, but there were no black students in those areas. As a result of that, a group of us set up a research project, and we would go around to many of the landlords that provided housing for graduate students in the near vicinity of Boston University. And so unless we had had that experience, we would have had no idea what the discrimination system was all about. It was very strong. We went around and interviewed, and I would say 90% of those landlords we interviewed said, "Oh no, we won't accept any Negroes." And this is in Boston, Massachusetts. I could hardly believe it. And so we reported all this to the university administration, and then things were changed. Landlords were notified that the minute they felt there was discrimination, they would be X'd off the list. And that did happen on a few occasions. So that was as a result of knowing Dr. King and realizing how far away he had to live from the university.